the first speakers that were here are talking about planning regionally. In Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton, we each got the chance to do what we call a catalytic project, or hopefully it's a project that sort of exemplifies the goals and objectives that we're kind of laying out regionally. So in Bethlehem, we chose to target the Eastern Gateway area, which is very important to us. Just to sort of locate it, it's a little dark there, but this is a colored slide of South Bethlehem, and we call it the Eastern Gateway, but it's really at the core of a lot of things that are happening in South Bethlehem. And there's a lot of transition there. To the top, you see sort of our arts and entertainment district. That would be Steel Stacks, if you've ever been there, and the casino and the amenities that they have. The purple off to the right is all the remainder of the Bethlehem steel lands being reused in other industrial and manufacturing ways. The South Mountain to the south is the green, and the blue is Lehigh campuses. And the yellow, we have a lot of residential areas. They're sort of at the core of all this transition. And what we're trying to do is make sure that the core areas at the neighborhood are not left behind. And we want to create connections between the Eastern Gateway and all these other uses. We used to have residents in South Bethlehem that could walk to work. They could walk to the steel mill. They had good jobs. And now we want to be able to sort of maintain or recreate that scenario. So the next slide shows a close-up of Eastern Gateway. And I wish I had a pointer, but going kind of through the center is Route 412. And in the gray, the large pieces are the large targeted parcels of Eastern Gateway. Kind of coming through there in the green is the Greenway. We recently completed that in South Bethlehem. And the skate park is also just to the north of that. And just to the north of the skate park is the casino. And so it's very close to a lot of the activity that's occurring in Southside. Go on. Yeah, you can go to the next slide. These are the parcels that we targeted for redevelopment. It is a little hard to see these, but one of the things that we wanted to look at is Route 412 is being reconstructed from I-78 up 412 and into the south side. And it's a new front door to the city. It's going to be a new gateway, completely rebuilt, but because it's an old industrial area, we still have these parcels lingering behind that are really underutilized and not used in a way that's compatible with the surrounding neighborhoods at this point. So we did take a close look at how those parcels could be reused. That's one component of the plan. We're also looking at how do we create a visual entrance into Eastern Gateway. So you're coming in 412, which is really quite a wide expanse of a boulevard. How do we get you to slow down and recognize that you're coming into the core neighborhoods of the city? Also, all the signage right now takes you kind of off to the north, takes you over to the casino and over to Steel Stacks and some other exciting things, but they don't lead you into the neighborhoods. We took a look at connecting the neighborhood to the Greenway. It's a wonderful amenity for those neighborhoods, but it's hard to connect. And in the next slide, we'll show you, this is a plaza that was just designed. We did go out to bid for that. We hope to begin construction in a few weeks. It's at the Skate Plaza. One of the things that we learned with our earlier planning with the neighborhood is that they love the Skate Plaza. It's a wonderful amenity, but it's really good if you're a skateboarder, but not so good if you're not. And so we want to create an environment there where you can go if you're a senior citizen or if you're someone with smaller children, and so we'll have restrooms and concession and shaded areas, etc. Next. We're taking a close look at creating, at the main intersection is at 4th and William Streets there, some additional green space to the north. If you want to go to the next slide, that's an example of the kind of seating that we think that we can create there that would be sort of an overlook to the Skate Plaza and some other amenities in the neighborhood. And the next slide. Well, we're taking a good look at the streetscape along 412 and along 4th Street. You can actually go to the next slide because it's a little bit closer, but it's the entire entryway into the neighborhood. How do we slow the traffic? How do we let people know that they're coming into a neighborhood now? How do we make it a more comfortable and a greener place to be? We're also creating some visual components. We call these our gateway monuments, and they would sort of lead you into the neighborhood and kind of signify that this is an interesting place to be. It starts our sense of place, and it sort of creates something that's unique to this area. And I think that's there's another example of one of the gateway monuments.